Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Stock Market with your daily analysis for Thursday, 7th of August, recording the video 6:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was expecting that we'd moved into a B wave. We've got choppy overlapping movement, but we have a new low. That most certainly does fit this B wave. This wave count at the hourly chart level looks at a series of three wave structures moving sideways. Tomorrow I expect for the very short term we're going to see a bit of upward movement to a short-term target at 1933. Overall I expect this very choppy overlapping sideways movement to be a shallow, time-consuming B wave lasting a total 5 to 7 sessions. So far it's only lasted one. Let's have a look at the charts. The main wave count at the daily chart level expects that we've moved into a fourth wave correction at minuet degree, counterpart to the second wave. In this instance, I expect the second and fourth waves are reversing their usual roles because here the second wave is relatively shallow, it lasts exactly a Fibonacci 34 days, it's a sideways combination. Here I expect for the fourth wave we're seeing a deeper single zigzag structure, subdividing 535, and that we've just entered the B wave. If this B wave lasts a total 5 to 7 days, moving price sideways, and then we have a short little C wave down, which might find support at the upper of the two aqua trend lines, although if the B wave is time consuming, this trend line might be overshot. If that unfolds as expected, we could see minuet wave 4 last a total Fibonacci 21 days. And if it did that, then the duration would have a Fibonacci ratio to the duration of minuet 2. They'd both exhibit Fibonacci numbers in the number of days they've taken, and they would be reasonably in proportion. Zigzags do tend to be more brief structures than sideways combinations. Combinations and triangles are more time-consuming, so I wouldn't expect this fourth wave to last 34 days or sessions. Minuet wave 4 may not move into wave 1 price territory below 1858.71. When this fourth wave is a complete three-wave structure, I'll then expect the resumption of the upward trend and will expect a fifth wave up to complete minute wave 3. Along the way up to the eventual target, we need two fourth wave corrections to complete. This current one, which is getting closer to halfway through, and then another one, probably a little bit more time consuming, for minute wave 4. The target remains the same, where minor wave 5 will reach equality in length with minor 3. Let's have a look at this fourth wave on the hourly chart where it begins here, this point here. So far we have a very clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure down. This is subminuet wave A of our fourth wave correction. And because the A wave subdivides as a 5, the B wave can't move beyond its start above 1991.39. But if the B wave were to get up that high, it should find really strong resistance at the lower edge of the orange channel, so draw that on the daily chart and keep copying it over to the hourly. At this stage, despite a new low below this point for Thursday's session, this downward movement subdivides very clearly as a 3. This upward movement subdivides very clearly as a 3, so I expect that this movement is correctly the early stages of subminuet wave B, and this is not a continuation of subminuet wave A. Subminuet wave B, if it started with a series of overlapping three-wave structures, is more likely then to be a relatively shallow B wave, so I'm adjusting the expectation for its eventual end now to about the 0.382 Fibonacci ratio of subminuet wave A at 1941.60 if it gets up that high. So far it looks like we have a small expanded flat correction unfolding, 3, 3, and we need a 5 up. For tomorrow and probably much of tomorrow's session, I expect overall upward movement. We should see a green candlestick to a short-term target at 1933, where submicrowave C will reach 1.618, the length of submicrowave A. When that expanded flat correction is done, then I will have to have an alternate wave count that moves the degree of labelling here up 1 degree. That could be our B wave in total. That would be an alternate though, because what's more likely is the way I'm labelling it here, that's probably just wave A or W within subminuet wave B. So this could be wave A of a bigger flat correction, or possibly even a triangle for our B wave, or It could be wave W of a double flat or double combination for the B wave. There are still multiple possibilities that this B wave can take. As more structure unfolds over the coming days, this wave count will change. There are still multiple possibilities that this B wave can take, probably more than at least 10 different structures it can unfold as. The only one I can eliminate is the only ones I can eliminate is single, double or triple zigzags at this stage. At the daily chart level, this is the bearish wave count at 2. Expects we're in a fourth wave correction, not yet halfway through, should continue to unfold for a few more days yet, and then the upward trend should resume. The bear wave count will not diverge from the bull wave count for several weeks yet, maybe not until October. That's all from me today with your S&P analysis, and I hope that all our members are looking forward to a fabulous weekend.